I get a quick question for people that believe we're spinning on a magical ball. So if you go into the ocean and you go deep down into the bottom of the ocean, are you going to come out on the other side of the world? So you're going to come out on the other side of the ocean, and then you're going to swim up, and you're going to be where? Where are you going to be? The ocean's in like China somewhere or something? I mean, think about it. Start to use some common sense. You really think that's what's going on? If you were to be able to swim, go out into the middle of the ocean and swim down, all the way down, and keep swimming, you're gonna come out to the other side of the world? How's that work? How's it work? Someone, please. Anyone. Somebody that believes we're spinning on a magical ball. I'd love to know exactly like what you're thinking when you think this stuff, because it's I mean, it truly is mind-boggling to me how that works, you know? You know what I think? I think maybe, here's what I think. The Earth is probably even more, like, I hear that, I would imagine, but with a lot of research, I would imagine it's a little bit even more concaved than anything, okay? And it's massive. In the oceans, those go really, really deep, but eventually you hit the bottom. There's no other side of the world underneath the ocean. You don't swim up and get to the other side. It's just the end of the ocean. You hit the ocean floor. That's it. It's flat. What happens is, the reason why the water doesn't spill or go over anything, it's contained. I mean, why doesn't water spill out of a lake? You ever ask yourself that, you know? Why doesn't it spill out of a lake? Why doesn't it spill out of your pool? It's contained, either that or the elevation around it becomes higher. I'm not sure why that's so hard for people to understand. It makes no sense. If you put water even on a table somewhere, if you pour stuff like sand around it that's higher, then the water will stay in the middle. How is this like, it doesn't make sense to people, but that makes no sense. But spinning on a magical ball, okay? So the gravity is so powerful that it holds us down, driving cars on the road, holding this all down. But a butterfly, one flap of the wing and it flies off the ground. How is it not strong on that? Like, it's silly to even consider that. Gravity is ridiculous. And the fact that we're not spinning, I mean, I don't feel like I'm spinning. I mean, do the math. 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, 66,700 rounded up, because it was 66,600 miles an hour. Rounded it up because of all the 666 nonsense. Do you really think we're moving that fast? Plus 500,000 miles an hour chasing the sun through the galaxy, never to be in the same spot again. But we've seen the same constellations for thousands of years. They are in the Bible. They're written about in the Bible, the constellations. They are drawn on the pyramid walls, the constellations. Thousands of years old. The same exact ones in the same spot. And do not tell me that the North Star, you know that Thuban was the North Star once? That is so impossible to prove, it's laughable. Give me a break. The pole star was discovered by Ptolemy in 69 AD, okay, and named the North Star. Give me a break. The pole star was discovered thousands of years ago, all right, thousands of years ago, and it was named the pole star because it's in the middle, because it's the pole, it's the center. So come on, that can't be proven, and it's silly to even say. Your imagination has to be that ridiculous to even say that, oh, thousands of years ago it was something else. Yeah, well, it isn't now, and it hasn't been in thousands of years, so I'm going with now. Sorry, thousands of years ago, Thuban. Yeah, I've read all about Thuban, okay? I could care less about Thuban. Thuban is it's silly to consider. Put your head in the game now, all right? For thousands of years, the North Star, the Pole Star, named the Pole Star, the North Star, has been in the same damn spot. It hasn't gone anywhere. Everything else has been circling around us. How are we endlessly spinning? Please, if somebody can explain that one, and please with the it's all spinning together at the same time. That's literally the explanation, by the way, because I've heard it by people with PhDs. Well, it's all spinning together. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. So is your imagination, because I'm sorry, my imagination is not that I am planted in fact. I am grounded in truth. My brain is not, I'm not even considering that Thuban was the North Star thousands of years ago. It hasn't been for a long time. I don't have an imagination like that. Sorry, fella. You can believe whatever you want. I don't believe things that make zero sense. Zero logic. None. I just don't. I'm sorry. That's why I think it's funny when people make fun of flat earthers. You're a flat earther? Yeah, I am. Because I do not have the most incredibly ridiculous imagination. I don't let people take advantage of my mind like that. Let me go down that infinite mind trap of a spinning, endless world through magical space. I don't let it happen because it's so ridiculous, and it's just, it's from the evidence I've gathered, pretty obvious that that's not happening. I don't give a shit about Copernicus, Galileo, any of these philosophers that are either fake to begin with, or were paid a lot of money to say whatever the government or whoever wanted them to say. So stop it. Stop it with your Rockefeller indoctrination program, all right? Yeah, I read all those books too. And then guess what? I had to read about, 500 other ones on top of all of the nonsense we learned, and relearn absolutely everything. And you know what? Anyone that wants to comment here and say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, please, I beg you, leave me a good time to go live, all right? It'll have to be in between 7 o'clock p.m. and 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. But please, leave me a good time to come on with you, and I am happy to debate you. You pick a topic. Go ahead. I'll even let you use your Google. Give me a break. I'm so tired of this nonsense. It's comical at this point. Start to use your senses, your God-given senses. I mean, for the love of God, has no one ever been on a carnival ride? You know what it feels like to spin around? Yeah, I do too. It sucks. Give me a break. Oh yeah, we're spinning through the galaxy endlessly. That's what they want your brain to do. Spin endlessly through the galaxy, because you're never going to be grounded in any truth in your whole life, and you're never gonna ascend and learn a damn thing. And what do I mean by ascend? I mean that Christ inside your body, that oil, that chrism, that Christ, that Christos, that's what the word means. That there's that oil inside your body that rises through all your 33 vertebrae, your 33 of them, your Christ vertebrae, and they rise up, and when they activate your pineal gland that's been calcified over by everything that we've been putting in our body for a long time, when that finally decalcifies and you have a connection with the one true universe, the one true universal power of this world, the God force. When you have a connection with that, and you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And guess what? To all you people, smoke another joint. Yo, do another drug. I've been sober for over 5 years, my friend. I haven't spent a dime on any government-made thing, anything that some asshole wants to sell me so I can become addicted onto their product. Haven't done a single thing in 5 years. I make my own ice cream. I raise my own chickens. I raise my own tilapia. I do it all myself because I am creating my world that I live in. I'm sick of living in the fake material nonsense world that has been made for us to suffer in. And that's the truth. And that's why social media platforms hate me, because I speak the truth. You want to hear the truth? You want to hear me uncensored? Go to Telegram, where I'm building a community of like-minded people that care about truth. I love you all. And just remember, I'm just an angry comedian that sucks at entertainment, you know, because that's all this is. It's entertainment, you know. I just got to work on my timing, I think. And I let my emotions really get in the way of things sometimes. But other than that, you know, maybe my jokes are bad too. I don't know. It's a whole collaboration of things that is probably happening. But, you know, entertainment only. I love you all. Telegram with the Sun 33. And I am gonna drop a podcast soon and a book as well soon. And you can find that on my website, withthesun33.com. Love you all.